Before we start, let me explain a little bit about MLA. It stands for Modern Language Association, which is the organization that oversees MLA rules. There is an MLA handbook that goes into great detail, but I'm just going to explain today the basics of setting up a Google Doc MLA style. Every punctuation mark, every space, every element required matters in MLA. But that is not to say that MLA is like handed down by some higher authority. It's just a set of agreed upon rules that are what they are. There are other styles that do things differently, such as APA from the American Psychological Association or Chicago used by journalists. Don't focus too much on why the period goes here or there has to be a space there. It just is that way. Okay, so the first thing to check is the margins, which should by default be about 1 inch top, bottom, left, and right. You can check that by doing File, Page Setup, and here's the margins. Like I say, it should be default 1 inch. If they are, leave them alone. If they're not, change them to be so. Now, we need to insert a page number at the top right of the page in the header. So go up to the menu, select Insert, then Page Numbers, and then select the option that is at the top left of the 4 options given, but that actually puts the page number top right. Click on that one, and there is your page number. Also, the top left option starts the page numbering at the first page instead of the second page, so that's what you want in this case. All right, once you have the page number in, move the cursor to the left of the page number and type your last name. I will use the name Smith as just a dummy name. Type your last name, capitalize it, and put a space. Finally, in the header, hold down Control and hit A. That highlights everything in the header, and then change the font to Times New Roman 12. Now, click down below the header and do the same thing to change the body of the paper to Times New Roman 12. Control A and Times New Roman 12. Next, go up to the menu and click Format, then Line Spacing, then Double to make the text double spaced. Make sure you're not in the header and type 4 things, entering after each one of them. That is your name, and I'm again going to use John Smith, the teacher name or professor name if you're in college, the course name, and the date. And enter again. You'll end up double spaced on the line below the date, and then center, and you can either do Format, Align and Indent, Center, or you can go up here, there's alignment buttons. Center it, type your title. Capitalize the major words in the title. It is centered again. While you're there, it's also a good idea to go ahead, copy that, and go up here to where the file name is, top left, and paste it. That can be your file name as well. All right, going back to the end of the title, hit enter again. You're still centered, so this one we use the button. Go back to left align, and then you want to format it first line indent. This is a trick that'll save you some time and some grief. Go up to the menu, select Format, then Align and Indent. Go down to Indentation Options. It'll open up this other dialog box. There is a drop-down under the word Special Indent. There's a drop-down. Click on the arrow and select First Line, then Apply. Now your first line indented. Anytime you hit Enter, it'll automatically indent for a new paragraph. Makes it a little easier. Okay, we have one more thing to do that'll make it easier to insert the Works Cited page with EasyBib later. We won't do that in this lesson, but we will get the paper ready for it by creating a second page to receive it. So to do this, hit enter to drop to the next line under where your text is going to be. Then go up to the menu and select Insert, Break, Page Break. All right, the second page should appear below the first page, and the page number should automatically, with your last name, should automatically be at the top right corner. And so when you insert your first source entry from EasyBib, it will automatically go to the second page. Now, it's a good idea to save this document as a template that you can use whenever you write an MLA paper, so you don't have to do all this every time. The other important use for MLA is internal citations, but that'll be covered in a separate lesson. Thank you.